Rascal Does Not Dream of a Sister Venturing Out review. The previous two volumes in Rascal Does Not Dream of series give us a heart-wrenching two-part storyline that capitalizes on the strengths of the series. Now we begin a new arc with Rascal Does Not Dream of a Sister Venturing Out, but will be able to live out the hinds we just experienced. Let's find out. As a reader with our cast, we find them preparing for big changes in their lives. Mai is close to graduating high school, and Sakota is transitioned from second to third year and now has to start preparing for college entrance exams. Wishing to attend the same college as Mai, Sakota has to work very hard to make his desires to come true, and Mai will certainly be disappointed if he doesn't give it his all. Meanwhile, Kaede, who was previously shut in, who started to venture into school, she may just be studying in the nurse's office rather than attending classes, but that's still a major improvement compared to the previous situation. But just like how Sakota now has to think about college entrance exams, Kaede needs to consider where to attend high school as she's approaching the end of her time in middle school. Kaede's school counseling suggests to Sakota and his father that Kaede could attend a remote high school where all the learning is not done online, saving her the stress of having to participate in person and potentially relapsing. But Kaede has other ideas and boldly announces to Sakota and her father that she wanted to attend Sakota's school. As her older brother, Sakota accepts her decision and vows to do all they can to support her, but it can help but wonder why she came to this decision and whether it's truly the correct path forward for her. Kaede's grades are by no means terrible, but Sakota's school is still difficult to get into, and to pass the exam, Kaede will have to cram hard. She's weird and willing to do that, but Sakota still wonders where this determination comes from, and it continues to look into the potential option on online schooling as a fallback. Just like the previous Kaede-focused book, Rascal Does Not Dream of a Sister Home Alone was done already as supernatural elements driving the plot forward as we used to seeing. Kaede still has adolescence syndrome, which results in painful bruises, cuts appearing on her body when anxious or afraid. But that's not a driving force at the narrative. Sakota does have a dream about seeing Mai as a grade schooler and suspects that it may be something unusual. Imagine that's our central storyline for the next book, but that plot point is firmly put aside in favor of following Kaede's story. This book certainly doesn't have the same emotional heft as the previous two, and your mileage will vary depending on how much you care about Kaede, but it's just as well reading as other entries in the series so far. The cast having to make decisions about their future, no matter what they are in life, will be very relatable to readers, and author Hajime Kamoshida treats the topic with the respect it deserves, giving the spotlight to both Sakota and Kaede's struggles, and the different way they approaching their future. In many ways, I think I have a more grounded story this time around, a little contrast with the last book, which had a fellow wonder away from the realistic feeling this series usually has. It reassures us that Kamoshida has no intention of throwing away what has made Rascal Does Not Dream of so compelling up until now. This release is a particularly long eater, so it's a short and sweet return to form, which is all we needed to see at this point. Rascal Does Not Dream of a Sister Venturing Out comes to the West thanks to Yen Press. It continues to be translated by Andrew Cunningham. As we come to expect for these releases, the translation is problem-free and an easy read. For fans of the anime, it's also worth knowing that this book is soon to appear as a theatrical film release, as well as the next book, Rascal Does Not Dream of a Lost Singer. Fingers crossed they will make their way to the West before long. The next two entries in the series, Rascal Does Not Dream of a Knapsack Kid and the Rascal Does Not Dream of a Lost Singer, are both available in English already, with this Rascal Does Not Dream of Nightingale following in June. At that point, it will only be of a single volume behind the Japanese releases. Overall, Rascal Does Not Dream of a Sister Venturing Out may not be the most exciting entry in the series, nor it is as emotional as the previous book, but it's a good way for both the author and us readers to ground ourselves and read just after the previous arc. Kaede fans in particular will enjoy reading this one as a cast figure out the next steps for the respective paths. Our review copy from Yen Press was supplied by Diamond Book Distributors UK. 8 out of 10.